Playboi Carti is one of the most hyped up rappers in hip hop right now. The 23-year-old rapper from Riverdale, Georgia has had multiple chart-topping hits, with the most notable being Magnolia, which peaked at number 29 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, and even has over 110 million views on YouTube at the time of this recording. Playboi Carti's upcoming album, Lotta Red, has also become one of the most anticipated albums in hip-hop right now, which has had Carti fans eagerly awaiting for the album's release since August of 2018. But despite having all this success at such a young age, Playboi Carti has still found himself getting in trouble with the law, with his most recent arrest happening just a few days ago on April 2nd, 2020. Curious on what other kind of legal trouble Playboi Carti has gotten himself into? Well, then we got you covered. Here is an exclusive inside look at the criminal history of Playboi Carti. Playboi Carti grew up in a small suburb outside of Atlanta, Georgia called Riverdale. Growing up, Carti claims that he always did what he wanted and that no one could tell him anything. He played a lot of basketball, but after falling in love with making music, this slowly started to change. Carti went on to make several records under the name Sir Cartier, but later changed it to be Playboi Carti a few years later. He had some local buzz, but it wasn't until Carti dropped songs like Broke Boy and Fetty that his career really started to take off. Playboi Carti is now one of the leaders in the new era of hip-hop, and has released massive songs such as Magnolia and Woke Up Like This with Lil Uzi Vert. It is unclear if Playboi Carti ever got arrested prior to fame, but even if he did, those records would be sealed anyway since he was a juvenile at the time. Playboi Carti's first major arrest took place back in July of 2017. While attempting to exit a terminal at LAX late one night, he told his girlfriend at the time to call her mother to check in. Carti's girlfriend refused to do so, which ended up turning into an argument between the two. Carti then tried to snatch the phone out of her hand and grabbed her by the backpack to pull her out of the terminal. The girl then proceeded to slap Playboi Carti in the face, which caused people nearby to call the police. Multiple officers arrived at the scene moments later and saw no physical injuries on either of them, but still ended up arresting Playboi Carti for misdemeanor domestic battery. He ended up spending the night in jail before posting a $20,000 bond the next day. It's unknown how this case played out for Playboi Carti, but I assume it was either dropped or he had to pay a fine. This next incident isn't an arrest, but something worth mentioning in this type of video. Back in February of 2018, Playboi Carti was in Scotland for his European tour. For this 3-week tour, Carti rented a tour bus which included 2 drivers. Well, apparently Carti got into an argument with one of the drivers while on the tour. The other driver claimed that during the argument, he saw a bunch of things get thrown around the tour bus and even witnessed Playboi Carti punch the driver in the face, which ended up cutting him and even knocked his glasses off. 2 of Carti's tour managers claimed that he was just acting in self-defense. Regardless, Carti was later due into court where he claimed that he didn't assault the driver but admitted to causing damage to the tour bus. Carti was ultimately convicted and was fined a total of £800 or $1,030, £500 for the assault and £300 for the damage done to the tour bus. It was also rumored that Playboi Carti was banned from the United Kingdom for this situation, but I don't believe that to be true based on my research. Playboi Carti's latest arrest happened just a few days ago on April 2nd, 2020. While driving around Clayton County with his friend Jalen Tucker, a police officer pulled over Carti's black Lamborghini for expired tags. When the officer approached Carti's vehicle, he smelled marijuana, which prompted him to ask Carti to step out of the vehicle. After stepping out, Carti was apparently being extremely disrespectful to the officer while he searched the vehicle. During the search, the officer found a plethora of drugs such as marijuana, Xanax, codeine, oxycodone, and even found 2 handguns. Playboi Carti was then soon handcuffed and put into the back of the police cruiser, but not without a little trash talking first. According to the officer, Carti was shouting that he was gonna fuck his daughter and that he didn't care about his Lamborghini because he can just buy another one. Carti was then taken to jail shortly after and booked on 3 charges: possession of less than an ounce of marijuana, expired tags, and a failure to move over. His friend Jalen Tucker took all of the serious charges for everything else found in the car. Playboi Carti was released on bond later that day, and Jalen Tucker was eventually bonded out early morning the following day. Carti has since continued to live his life as if none of this has even happened, and even released a new single titled At Meh, which has since gone incredibly viral. Hopefully, this is the last time Playboi Carti is arrested. Well, there you have it, the entire criminal history of Playboi Carti in one single YouTube video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like button. If you want to see more criminal history videos just like this one, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and feel free to click the notification bell as well to be notified when we upload. Also, comment down below any suggestions on who we should make a criminal history video on next. That's all we have for today's video. I'm out.